Well, river rats, I got a bunch of stuff I gotta clean up. I camped out last night and floated a whole bunch of river the day before, and I don't have too much further to go. And before I do get off the water though, I wanna catch me something to take home for lunch. So let's go. I did eat pretty good yesterday. I ate pretty good this morning. Wrapped up, had some moose brats, and they were quite wonderful. Super lean, but good flavor. And as long as you don't dry them out, which I did a little bit, but not too bad, it tasted awesome. Made a good dinner, good breakfast. It's crazy that all of this stuff fits in a kayak. Food and drink cooler, bait cooler. I should charge my phone. Got a buddy picking me up, nice enough to give me a ride, so probably would be practical if I could call him to let him know when I'll be getting to the ramp, and when he can get to the ramp. Anyway, I got about an hour and a half, 2 hours or so to fish yet. It'd be cool to catch a big one before I gotta head home. Caught some nice ones last night. No jumbos, but some nice ones. And anytime I make a trip, I want to catch something bigger than what I would have caught at home. Like that's, if I'm gonna drive very far, that's the hope. And I haven't accomplished that yet. Well, we got a little bit of time. Coffee on a sandbar, even if it's crappy coffee, tastes pretty good. This isn't crappy coffee, so it tastes extra good. All right, big girl. Oh, wow. Yeah, I shouldn't be surprised that it felt so heavy. I got probably 200 to 300 pounds between the kayak and everything in it, and then add 200 pounds of me about to hop in. She's the party barge. Got time to fish a spot or two, so I'm gonna fish a spot or two. I don't know, we'll see. If I catch one, I'll probably call it. Just, I don't know, it's the ones that get away or the bad trips that make me want to get right back out there. When I catch some fish, I find it very satisfying and I don't feel quite as possessed per se. So hopefully we get a couple, or at least one, you know, get one. Two would be awesome. I'd be very happy with just one. Start out with the live bait, cut bait combo. For live bait, I got this combination of some sunfish and some sneebs. If you want to know what a sneeb is, it's creek chub. They're basically a giant minnow. Lots of times it gets them to bite when nothing else will. I don't know if there's a predatory fish in the river that won't eat one of them dudes. And in addition to that, I got some nasty silver carp. And I always find it interesting how many fish will eat that. The funny thing is, it looks gross, but it actually tastes really good. I'm gonna try to catch me one to take home. And the thing is with them, they're just real bony. But I got a solution to that. Well, I hit a bunch of fishing spots in the daytime. Still leaves a lot to be desired. Thankfully I caught a few last night, but I gotta get going. My ride is gonna be here shortly, and still want to catch a few fish to take home. Thankfully these I can use a cast net. I'm gonna start out just walking this sandbar. If I can't catch any here, then there's a creek mouth I'm gonna check out. But I really like these sandbars with a little bit of reduced current, and worth a shot. See how many throws the old shoulders got in it today. It'd be really cool if it just took one throw. And if you want to know what I'm trying to catch, it's silver carp. And it's just so much easier to get them out of a boat. When you can see them on the fish finder, you know exactly where they're at. But even then, they're not that easy because they're really fast. And they're also really smart fish. Like you hit the trolling motor, they hear it, they're gone. They'll stay just out of cast net range. It's kind of impressive, really. I like to get them in shallow water if I can, because if it's deep water, they'll often zip out the bottom of the net. Doesn't look like there's any there. As soon as you throw on them, you usually know, because they'll start jumping. Walk me another ways and toss her again. Oh, that looks like it's got potential. Be nice to get two or one big one. Just heard a bug make a clicky noise and I thought it was a clicker. Got me excited for a second. This has definitely got some potential here. I can make a decent throw. Might actually get one or two. Nope. Probably got a bunch of shad. Whole bunch of nothing. Huh. That's all it was. Potential. Okay. To the creek. Well, we got exactly what we were looking for. Holy cow. Look at that shad. I'd even bring shad. I'd really known I could have got something like that. Okay, guys. So this is exactly what I was looking for, and at that size, I don't think we're going to need two. There are some tricks with cooking these, but they're absolutely delicious. So I'm going to get them butchered and on ice, and we're going to hit the road, head back home, and make some dinner out of them. So the number one trick is to not overthink it. Although I would recommend getting your onions cut out of the way first. I just like to get the crying out of the way. But then you blend up the fish. Make sure you cut all the red meat off of it, like every single little bit, because the white meat is like super mild and flaky, but any of that red meat it's very strong and fishy. So you get all that out of the way, and then put in a blender or food processor or something, and you don't have to do too much, but with all those bones in there, you get her diced up, and that, crunches all them bones and gets them to the point where they're not going to kill you, and you're left with, good fish meat, I guess. Then we'll saute the onions, and then we're going to mix everything up in a big bowl and form our fish patties. And we're going to fry them.
Did you use it all?
No. Not even close.
Why?
So you mix all the stuff together. It's nothing too complicated, and the stuff can be pretty much whatever you want. I mean, there's recipes online, but you can get creative. Onions are always a sure thing. Some people use celery, and use your imagination. You're only limited by that, but mix it all together, roll it up in a ball, and squish it flat, then drag it through some flour, and after you do that, pour some oil in a skillet and get her nice and crispy and hot. And you're going to cook it about 4 or 5 minutes each side, and when it's nice, crispy, golden brown, then you take it off. And any bony fish, any fish it works with, but I like reserving it for bony fish because it's a little bit of work, and that would be like buffalo, suckers, and also silver and bighead carp. And like I said, it's a little bit of work, but I promise it's worth it. These are going to turn out phenomenal. Well, those came out even better than I hoped. A little bit of lemon juice goes a long ways, and I will say, should have blended them up longer. Like, all the bones are pretty chopped up, but the bulldog is excited about all the food too. Anyway, yeah, you still, for how long I blended it up, still need to keep an eye out for bones. But silver carp, really bony. But I mean, that's what this type of recipe is for. So they have a lot of bones, but they taste really good. Couple things you need to keep in mind when you're filleting them: don't puncture the gut pocket, because the guts in those things are gross. Like the fillets, not gross at all. Like compared to any other fish, they're actually quite not gross. But as soon as you puncture the guts and you get that green goo going everywhere, not good. And then once you get the fillets off, make sure you trim all that red meat off of them. And you cook them like this. This is what you get. Yeah, it's awesome. I've had silver carp before. Really good. Tried to cook it like any other fish, and my first thought was this needs to be fish cakes, and still think fish cakes are the way to go with these. Should have made a sauce with it. That would have really set it off. Yeah, blend it up really good. Make some fish cakes. Help the environment, I guess, a little bit, and enjoy yourself. Well, hope you had fun with that one. This is a fun way to cook them. I haven't done this before except with suckers. And you do this with suckers and they're pretty good, and I'm sure you could do it with buffalo and whatever else. But I'm gonna eat some more of these. This is kind of the appetizer. Got a new grill, so I'm gonna break the new grill in. So I'm excited about that. But hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Hope to catch you on it.